is Goddess Radio. You're listening to Goodness from the Goddess. I'm super excited to be with you as always. If you're listening to the sound of my voice, you are welcomed by Kenya Pope, the Goodness from the Goddess host with the most, affectionately known as the Goddess Builder. And so this message is for all Goddess Builder entrepreneurs, right? And that's rising gods as well, because I've found that the brothers who respect the divine feminine show up in the space, and we appreciate your grace, honey. We appreciate the brothers and also our divine feminine goddesses. The energy is the same. And so I really want to let you know that this message is for you if you're a soul-based entrepreneur. So that means you can be a school psychologist. You can be a best-selling author. You can be a motivational speaker. You can be a coach. You can be a speech pathologist. You can be an attorney. And this message is for you because you are a soul-based entrepreneur. So that means either you're the one driving it or your heart is the one driving it. Your heart is the one in it. And so I'm here for you as an entrepreneur's trainer to give you my 15 years of entrepreneurial training in small nuggets so that you can get it faster, more powerfully, and more swiftly in your own business. I've been trained in priesthood work, in prayer work, and I've also been trained in entrepreneurship in more than one lane. I've been what people like to call a serial entrepreneur. And one thing I will say, most people will say, that I'm about the money, which I am, because I know what money can do to change generational patterns. I know what money can do so that you can actually live your gifts and not be putting it on the side. Somebody holler at me that you've been operating on a side hustle, and I really want to elevate that side hustle to a full-time commitment. That's my determination for 100,000 families, that their side hustles get turned into full-time commitments. And so it's super, super, super important that we get trained, that we get the specific training, not in your genius per se, right? Because you're here with me because you've already developed your genius and you're committed to developing your genius. So those of you who are coaches, you're constantly getting the updates in terms of what's new in your industry. For those of you that are attorneys, you're staying in the law and you're learning the law. For those of you that are speech pathologists, you're aware of the trends and you're constantly engaging in that world. So you're creative. You're here because you've already developed and you're invested in developing your creative genius. I'm here with you to help you invest in your business acumen. And what I've learned is that they're not in the same lane, and we fold them all together. So on today, we have a brief message for you, and it's really about getting healed so that you can get money. Getting healed so that you can get paid. Why is this important? A lot of us, we start businesses because we're running from working for someone else. We're running from corporate America. We do not want the schedule. We don't want the hustle. We don't want the false promise of retirement. We don't want the time away from our families. We want to be able to travel and actually use that paid vacation time. We want something greater. And not always just about the money, but we do want to be able to declare our income, and we also want richness. We want a quality of life that our parents did not have, right? And so what I've learned is that if we are harboring resentment, if we're carrying around frustration, it's gonna it's going to drop down our bottom line. Our bottom line is going to fall down. Anytime that we're carrying around unaddressed, unresolved emotional turmoil, disturbances, or stresses, we limit our financial cap. Why? If you ever think about the laws of attraction, right? And how things manifest in your life, you begin to see that whatever level of vibration that you're on, whatever frequency you're vibrating on, people, places, and circumstances come into your life. You draw them in at the same level that you're on. You draw them in. And so, if you are still vibrating on a level of anger, you cannot vibe on a level of gratitude. Anger and gratitude cannot go in the same space. They don't live in the same heart, right? So either you're giving over your heart to anger or you're giving it over to gratitude. You cannot have both. And the key to abundance, the key to unlocking ridiculous wealth in your relationships, in your health, in your spirituality, in your finances, honey bunchy, is gratitude. Gratitude only comes from a healed heart. Only a healed heart can appreciate the blessing in the lessons. Only a healed heart can appreciate the value in the interruptions, right? Can see that even the inconveniences are intercessions. What do I mean by that? A lot of times we get busy thinking that we can muscle and hustle our way through, and that has worked for a lot of us. We've had to hustle. We've had to work our regular job and then come home and work hours on our baby and sacrifice some of the downtime that other people have. We've had to get up earlier in the morning and get our day started much earlier and put in more hours and put in more time and, sort of bend and be more flexible around the things that other people have and take for granted. So we've had to hustle, and that hustle got us through that second degree. That hustle got us to that promotion of management. That hustle got us that new car or that new home. But that hustle we're starting to see is wearing off. No longer do we want to do it, and no longer is it working for us. So I'm here to tell you, as the goddess builder, listen to me, please. Your next level is going to require a next version of you. That hustle and bustle has to go to the side so that your heart can fully progress. And so that means even in the middle of your challenges, we set out with an intention to raise our company's revenue, to scale our profitability in the marketplace, to take a 5-figure business to a 6-figure business. We set out with these large intentions to change our profit margin, to raise our profit margin 20 or 30%. And when we decide to do that, trust, it's going to come with some experiences to teach us. It's going to come with some experiences to teach us about our confidence in ourselves, our worthiness, our value, our self-valuation. It's going to teach us about our skills and our ability to interact with other people at higher skill level sets. It's going to teach us all of these things so that we can go to the next level, so that we can evolve. But every time these lessons show up, they are really the covering for the gift that we've asked for, which is the increase in our business, the more profit in our business, the higher level of scalability in our business. And when we step out and we're cursing those lessons by saying, "Dag, this is hard. I can't believe I have these problems with my graphic designer. My website is full of crap. My this and that," right? All of these things, we end up cursing the very tools that have been sent to us to manifest what we desired. So the message for us here is to continue to heal your heart so that your heart can expand to receive the increase. When your heart is healed, you can begin to interact and move and flow so swiftly without the lag time of correcting your thoughts, correcting your speech, making apologies, and making concessions. That inconvenience that shows up for you in your life is not a point for you to worry, stress, or fear. That inconvenience that shows up for you in your life is really an intercession for you, a divine point of assignment for you to reflect, redirect who you really are. Your gifts that you're bringing to the marketplace as an attorney, as a speech pathologist, as a school psychologist, as a best-selling author, as a motivational speaker, as a coach, are your divine assignment. And there are people on the other end of that need to receive it. If we were playing football, you would realize that any pass that you try to throw out on the field, if there is no one on the receiving end, is an incomplete. So you've got to know that your gifts need to be exchanged with someone else in order to be complete. And your trust issues or your mistrust issues, your fear of connection, your insecurity about your worth, and your inability to work with other people at a higher level than you has to fold. Those things have to melt away in order for you to make complete progress in your business. So this was my short message for you today. I know that it's going to bless you. I'm so grateful that you tune in to the Goddess Mindset Moments. Honey, tomorrow is Friday and we go 2 hours on Goddess Radio. You've got to download the eLife Media app right now. It's ELIFE Media. It's to your smartphones in the Google Play Store. Download eLife Media, the app, to your phone so you can plug in and tune in for a full, luxurious 2 hours of goodness. We got testimonies that you wouldn't even believe. I probably will sing because sometimes I do. We're going to have an awesome Friday in building your business the way that you can have balance. I'll see you tomorrow, noon Eastern Standard Time. KenyaPope.com.